Welcome to the real Monster D. That would be me. The new wave of British heavy metal. By now you may well know this is one of my personal favorite heavy metal movements. Yes, so much grand music came from this relatively short time period, and along with it, some incredible artwork. Yes. One particular aspect I wish to talk about today are band logos. Yes, today I am going to talk about 5 of my favorite new wave of British heavy metal band logos. So let us jump right on in. The very first is of the band Demon Pact. Yes. What I love about this one is it's very whimsical. It seems almost hastily designed. And the thing I love the most about it is a very unabashedly 70s feel to it. I mean, early 70s feel. You know, the way it is drawn up, it would have fit right in with the likes of Uriah Heep or Wishbone Ash or some of those other older sort of prog type bands. So it has a really distinct, just fun, whimsical feel to it. That is something I love about a good logo, is one that just stands out from the entire pack. Something that does not quite look like anything else. There's not just sort of, hard metal with rivets and lightning bolts and that sort of thing, but really just captures a unique feel. And I do believe that Demon Pact, in its own sort of 70s way, has it. Next is perhaps one of the most recognizable of the new wave of British heavy metal bands, and that would be the logo of Saxon. This logo is so iconic that whenever I think of the new wave of British heavy metal, I automatically think of this logo. It's so bold. It has the S, which contains the double axe going on there. It's relatively simple, but it definitely denotes a strong sense of battle readiness and ready to fight for what you believe in and stand up in. And it appears as ancient as so many of the songs that Saxon are known for. It has that very nice sort of classic sword and sorcery kind of feel to it. So yes, Saxon, definitely one of the most classic, almost elegant logos of the genre. Next, we have Praying Mantis. I love their logo because, for one, they go out of their way to make the logo look like a praying mantis, but not overly look like a praying mantis. And that is a hard balance to get. It definitely denotes that sort of jagged, grasping action, but the logo very much serves itself. On top of that, it absolutely melds perfectly with Rodney Matthews' glorious cover art. Next, we have Cloven Hoof. I love this one. That entire first album cover is just beautiful to me. It's so over-the-top, cartoony evil. I just can never grow tired of looking at it. And the logo itself is just so classic. It is at once stern and playful at the same exact time. There is whimsy, but also quite a bit of care put into this. The way the C turns into this sort of Quetzalcoatl dragon-type character, and the V, stems from this creature's own tail. So yes, Cloven Hoof logo, I love it. Yes. And last, but certainly not least, one of my all-time favorite logos ever, anywhere, fist. Because it is a fist. This is one of those logos that seems to break all of the conventional rules for a logo. I mean, it is off center. It nothing that quite compares to this fist logo. Allow me to tell you a tale, a legendary tale, a tale of mystery, mayhem, and milk. This is the story of Vampets. Businessman Pete Lawrence was tired of the hustle and bustle of the big city life. So he quit his job, bought an old truck, and packed his belongings. Now he goes by the name Farmer Pete Lawrence. Farmer Pete Lawrence dreamt of living on a lovely farm surrounded by tranquil woods. Farmer Pete was able to buy such a property for a surprisingly low price. Soon, he'll find out why. Dun dun dun. The first morning, Farmer Pete tended to the cows and was able to fill the milk jugs to the very top. As the days went by, he noticed a trend. Every morning, the milk jugs were half empty. "What in tarnation?" the farmer muttered to himself. As he looked closer, he noticed 2 small holes in each of the milk jugs. It looks like I have a thief on my hands," he thought. That night, Farmer Pete decided to hang out in the barn to catch the culprit. Just as he fell asleep, he was suddenly startled awake by the creaky barn door. He squinted in the dark to get a better view. The farmer turned on the lights in the barn and he froze. He watched the scene unfold before his very eyes. From the door he saw something walk, no, waddle, no, shuffle into view. Before he knew it, there were 50 more creatures in the barn. One by one they swooped towards the milk jugs and latched on with their 2 teeth. Farmer Pete couldn't believe his eyes. He blinked in disbelief, and they were gone, along with the milk. A couple nights later, the farmer set a trap. He strung a net across the barn in front of the milk jugs and waited. He watched the barn door open and smiled to himself as the funny creatures entered. They walked, no, waddled, no, shuffled towards the trap. As they sprang the trap, there were just too many of them. They bounced across the barn. Not one of them was caught by the net. One little creature jumped right into Farmer Pete's arms and pushed away before the farmer could catch him. Oh! The farmer was astonished. Not one was caught. Again, the milk was gone. What are they? The next morning, the farmer called the exterminator. Uh-oh. "Hello? Exterminator? Farmer Pete Lawrence here. I have these creatures stealing my milk. They have ears like rabbits, stand about a foot high, and they mosey along in the weirdest way." "Sounds like you have vampets infestation." "A what?" "Vampets. Little colorful sneaky critters that live in the woods and only come out at night? Oh yeah, and they sure do love milk. So what do I do about it? You got me. I've been in this business all my life and I've never caught one. And with that, Farmer Pete decided to take matters into his own hands. He put an advertisement in the newspaper for help. Soon afterwards, he got an anonymous phone call.
I hear you have a vampire problem. Leave 10 jugs of milk under the big oak tree and we'll take care of your problem.
The farmer agreed. Does that sound wise? That night, the farmer hid in the barn to see what would happen. Once again, he heard the creaky barn door. He saw the vampets walk, no, waddle, no, shuffle into the barn. Out of nowhere, he saw ninjas. Oh, the ninjas pounced on the vampets, driving them out of the barn. Can you believe ninjas on the farm? The milk was saved. Every morning, Farmer Pete would happily deliver 10 jugs of milk under the big oak tree. His problem was solved. Does that seem a little suspicious to you? Or was it? Unzip! The end. For now. By the way, how many random swirlies did you find hidden throughout the story? The answer to that, you will just have to find on your own, should you pick up this book. This is Vampets, the legendary tale. The legendary tale. Get it? Written by Addie Anderson and illustrated by Dino Colangelo. Yes. I had the esteemed privilege of sharing the Pittsburgh Freaky Fair with these wonderful creators, and I got to know the Vampets quite well. They stood out among all the other unique creations in that fair. And I found them to be a cuddly lot. Certainly a fun little story there, but seems a little hard to believe that a creature like that would just appear out of nowhere and steal your milk and cause real life mayhem. I mean, is this book trying to be a documentary? Trying to tell me that these creatures are real? I mean, what are we going for here? Whoa, 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 hello there. I am so sorry. I did not mean to doubt you. Yes. Oh, of course I am kidding. I saw you and all of your brethren at the Freaky Fair in the little bins and ready to be swept away to new homes. Yes, just like mine. And I could not wait to secure you with your wonderful little mustache. Isn't he lovely? Okay, probably a good time to go back into the barn now, wouldn't you say? Welcome to the drawing challenge. You may well know that I have a penchant for taking things that are cute and cuddly and fluffy and turning them big and monstrous. So, how about for today's challenge, I go the opposite route. How about I choose something that is commonly thought to be on the scary side and make it a little more palatable to your cute sensibilities. How about something like, how about I make you a cute Scorpion kaiju. Do you like scorpions? Have you ever held one before? Well, perhaps the one I am about to draw for you will be one you would like to get a little closer to. Are you ready? Let us begin. So, where should we start in this cutification of the scorpion? How about we start with a nice friendly claw? Yes. Have you ever had any personal encounters with scorpions before? Perhaps you live somewhere where they exist and live and thrive in abundance. Or perhaps you have seen them in the pet trade. You do know that there are those who keep scorpions as pets, right? Of course, not necessarily the more poisonous, more deadly variety of scorpions, but usually it is something like the emperor scorpion, which is large and certainly looks opposing, but not quite necessarily all that bad in temperament or certainly in danger level. I myself have been fortunate to hold a few emperor scorpions in my day. I recall attending a local insect fair some years back and was treated to the opportunity to hold one. They're quite gentle and calm, not necessarily all that eager to move and walk around. Now, from my point of view, when I look at the very unique face of a scorpion, I think they look a little bit sort of permanently worried. Their eyes are unusually close together, and that creates this sort of almost sad cartoon look, if that makes any sense. Let me see if I can capture something like that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to meld their jaws, this thing's jaw, with something like a feline to make it just a little more smiley. Yes. Normally, I am not quite the big fan of adding smiles to things where they do not belong, but for this particular challenge, it's fun to break one's own mold a little bit. Let me see here. Of course, also you might notice I'm making this a good bit hairier than the average scorpion. Sort of like a woolly scorpion. In fact, I might just continue with that even further, giving it a nice mane here. And how about I extend the feet down below the claw and give it these nice little sort of fuzzy tootsies. Alright. There we go. Is there any creature in nature, or even in the pet trade, that most people find garish or scary that you personally, perhaps even secretly, find adorable? We all have different tastes and thoughts and ideas about how certain things look. And of course, as with anything, looks do not necessarily always denote a creature's merit or demeanor, or level of danger? Alright. Making a nice, fluffy, woolly tail. Do you think we should do something with that tail to maybe take it even further away from a perceived danger zone? What should be at the end of that tail other than a stinger? What do you think? While I ponder that, I'm going to thicken some of these lines down here, make the frontmost end of it stand out more than the back. Of course, I still kept its claws relatively traditional, but I suppose that is part of what makes a scorpion after all. You just cannot have a scorpion without claws, right? That would just be clawful. Alright. Thicken, thicken, thicken. Any ideas as to what might go in that tail yet? Oh, I have a weird idea. We're gonna add cute with cute and see what kind of, if the combination serves the idea here. You ready? Watch this. Alright, little buddy, you might have to step off the page here so I can finish this. Let's see. Let's see if you can figure out just where I am going with this. Are you picking up what I am laying down? Do you see this? What is going through your precious head right now? Are you starting to fall in love with a scorpion here? Is it cute enough for you? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, why not? I'll fill that in. If I were coloring this digitally, I would probably make the nose pink or something like that. Going more the cat route, but I suppose this is not exactly just a cat scorpion, just a cute scorpion, right? Alright, almost there. A little bit of definition in the back there. And I am going to call it. How is that? Is that cute enough for you? Do you see what I did with the tail? What is that? Is that a chubby little bunny? Could you possibly be scared of a scorpion with a bunny for a tail? How flufferific. How freakily flufferific. Yes. So how is that for a cute, fuzzy-wuzzy scorpion pal? Do you think you might want to pet that pet and keep that pet? Sweet, huh? What other creepy creatures would you like to see turned cutesy? Feel free to leave suggestions in the comments below. Yes. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this episode entire. If you have, please do hit that like button and toll that bell. Oh, and by the way, so you know, for those of you who follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, next week's Daily Kaiju theme is going to be called Fun Growth. You will see just how much of a fun guy I will be there. Yes. You can join me over there by searching The Real Monster D. That is The Real Monster D with no spaces. Yes. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this. Until next time, stay monstrous, Monster D. How?